Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kings of Sing channel. I am Escape the 4Z, and I'm here joined with TBG. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. It is your boy TBG. Glad to be back, Escape.
That's good to hear, man. And we are here for the final results of the Kings of Sing finale here. And we're going to go through each individual sinker here that made it into the finale. We're going to give a good solid review for each of these guys' sync. But before we get through the finale results, I just wanted to say thank you guys to all the people who participated and all the competition judges and etc. for helping out with this comp this year. We could not have done this without you guys. And also, I do want to mention, before we get to the results of this competition, TBG is going to be giving you a rundown of all the categories that are going to be used in the judging portion of this competition, and then I'm going to also explain how we rate these syncs and put them together.
Alright, so the four main categories for this sync are accuracy, complexity, flow, and creativity.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. So you heard it here first. The four categories have been presented, and those four categories get rated out of 10 from each judge. Then once all the scores are added together, they get divided by the amount of judges that are in the competition, which is 6. And then after that number is divided, the sinkers will receive their average score based off of all these scores and etc. So basically you want to get a lot of 10s and, you know, bump up that fucking average and then hope you don't get fucking murked. That's simply it. Here we go. Finishing in 10th place with a total of 27.33 points, we got Jarail. Jarail decided to do a CSGO moving sync here. But personally, I didn't think it was the strongest sync out of this pack right here, just because of two things. He could have made the sync a little bit more complex in a way, where it could have been more outside the box instead of just a casual CSGO moving sync. That was basically the main issue that I wanted to bring across. TBG, you got something for him?
The sync was very accurate for the most part, and the rhythm of the song was very upbeat. I also liked the moving aspect, but some parts did have some flaws. I noticed that the gun sounds have been cut way too early, to the point where you can't recognize the sound of the gun. Plus, the song choice made it where there's little gun variety profile.
Fair enough. It sounds relatively accurate for Jarail's sync here. Still a very good, solid submission from Jarail, though. I personally thought it was very weak, to be completely honest, compared to the other submissions that we are going to see throughout the rest of this finale. Now, coming in 9th place here, 27.41 points here, Mr. Kelmeister, finishing with a 27.41 here average. Relatively good sync for the most part, but unfortunately, I just feel that Kelmeister's a lot of repetition in this sync, like extreme amount of repetition throughout this sync, and that really lowered his variety score tenfold here.
Yeah, I noticed that. The first thing I noticed about the video, though, was that the sync took way too long to start. The intro was way too long for the portion of the video. But loved the music choice, and I like how he added 2 games to the mix. And the accuracy of the whole was good. Sadly, the gun seemed pretty repetitive, especially in the Advanced Warfare part. I also did notice that the gun sounds really overpowered the song in the beginning of the sync. But I still did enjoy the sync, and yeah, I think he did a pretty good job, though.
Yeah, I still think that Kelmeister had a very solid run, a very big surprise that Kelmeister made, especially since he made it into the finale in the first place. So I give him mad props for doing such a good job. And though I definitely agree with you with regarding the Minecraft animation there in the beginning. It did take a little bit long to start the sync. But even though personally I didn't take a lot of points off for that part. I took off maybe minor points, but the main point of this sync is it was way too repetitive compared to the other syncs that were out on the field. So now coming in, finishing 8th place with a total of 30 points, and I'm surprised he actually got it even without any of that fucking decimal shit. We got HK15 Gaming here, finishing 8th place with his Tokyo Machine sync. It was a relatively good sync. I really like the accuracy of this sync, but I think that personally, his Battlefield 4 submission that he submitted earlier was way better in a little bit more variety, and unfortunately with this sync that you see here, accuracy is good, but the unfortunate part about this sync is that it was not a huge improvement from his last sync, and that is definitely going to cost him a lot of points there, just to show that he did not really engage in making a sync that's better than his last one.
I did love the rhythm of the sync. Accuracy was on point, and I love the color corrections in this one. It just saddened me that the length of the sync was a little too short. I also did find some problems. Nothing really major, but it's just something to note, right? So I noticed that the EM1s in the drop was a little too low volume. Like, if that was increased, it could have been a little bit better. But still, amazing sync. Just variety could have been a little bit more improved as well.
I did like that HK15 Gaming used a nice, a good usage of the EM1, which is very difficult to say for a lot of these synkers here, especially in the beginning. I really feel like the EM1 usage was definitely very good throughout this sync. for HK, because you see time and time again a lot of these big time sinkers don't know how to use that EM1 correctly, and that's definitely a big flaw there for a lot of sinkers. But all in all, very solid sink for Mr. HK15 Gaming. Finishing 7th place with a total of 33 points, we have Dr. Jaden, and I'm really surprised that Dr. Jaden ended up in this position. I personally thought he could have ended up, I thought he was going to end up higher for the variety I saw in this thing. Very nice, solid variety. The beginning was a little bit, maybe it might have been just a clip distortion, I'm not sure what that was, but I don't think I really took major points off of that specifically. It just looked like the gunshots were coming in late with the sounds. But overall, Dr. Jaden, what he did was he mixed in 4 games, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, CSGO, and I believe that's Modern Warfare 2. Afghans on Modern Warfare 2, is that correct?
Yes, that is.
Alright, so I was right. So then he did Modern Warfare, he did those 4 games there, and I liked what he did in the end, putting all 4 of them in the 4-corner method, and he put the Dr. Jaden, the logo in the middle to kind of spotlight that is in the middle of the sink, to kind of showcase all 4 at once, and I really feel like that he did a very good job showcasing this sink. Very, very nice job showcasing all the games. Very nice job adding in some nice variety into this. I did give Dr. Jaden a pretty good score in variety here. And his accuracy is very good throughout. Very good speed usage, very good sync throughout. What do you think?
I think the sync was very well done. Amazing work, and flawless accuracy. And I also love the 4-corner sync featuring the 4 games. Things I did notice though, a lot were frame skips throughout the sync. Sadly, there were way too many for me to give a good score in the flow. Score.
Good job.
I also did notice that the sounds of the guns would cut up a little too early. It's okay to do it. I do it all the time. But you gotta know when to cut it up right.
Yeah, I did feel like, especially for the Advanced Warfare part, like the sounds were not like in sync with the actual gunshots. But I think that has to do with the gun sync clip that he used in general, because I know that's PS Box 1's pack and stuff, so I'm not sure if that contributes or anything. But definitely a very good solid sync from Dr. Jaden throughout. It was a very good solid sync, and he's definitely going to come home with a very solid 7th place finish here, so very good job from him. Finishing in 6th place here, with 33.41 points, we got Lewis Tech Games. And Lewis Tech Games, before I even explain the review of this sync, I have to say this. He went through hell and back to create this thing. He lost all of his files in his computer, so he had to recreate this sync from scratch. That's absolutely unreal, and he still came back and still created this masterpiece. Personally, I love this sync throughout. Unfortunately, it wasn't like the most in variety. Like he did his. Personally, if I was in his position, I would have uploaded this sync as his qualifying submission, and then the sync that he did for his qualifying submission as the finale submission, because this finale submission was fucking amazing last year. But I feel like that this submission this year, it was kind of bland, to be completely honest with you. What do you think?
I love this thing. The speed was really epic, and there was just one point I had to make. On the last song, the guns were a little too quiet, where I was trying to make out the sounds, but I still really enjoyed it though. Nothing really much to say about this thing. Really fast is all I gotta say.
Fair enough. And Lewis Tech Games did do a very solid job, very good solid job on his sync, so big props to him. So now, without further ado, we got the top 5 gun sinkers here. We got these 5 sinkers. Each of these sinkers will be receiving a prize for getting to their points of the gun sinks. 5th place will be receiving a exclusive Black Ops 3 gun sync pack. 4th place will be receiving a gun sync pack to any game that they want. 3rd place is receiving a nice solid $5 prize. Pretty fucking legit. And then we got $10 for 2nd and $25 for 1st place. So all these guys have won prizes, so congratulations to these guys right here. Finishing 5th place with a total of 33.5 points is Pointless Gun Sinks. And I have to tell you, PGS was kind of like spectacle to send this in the first place. But personally, with this gun sync that I saw from PGS, I know that it's not better than his original sync that he did for the qualifying round, but still, I have to say, this was an absolutely amazing sync. And unfortunately, that's going to be the big reason why PGS lost points here for his sync. But he still is going to finish off with a top 5 finish for his board sync. I have to say, very solid sync throughout, very nice accuracy throughout, very good use of the gunshots, and very good use of the accuracy there. That's the big thing with this sync, and the complexity.
Yeah, the sync was very nice, and the accuracy of the sync as a whole was flawless. If I only had one flaw to point out from the Pointless Gun sync, it's not really important to take away. It's just that the color correction throughout, it could have been a little bit better. Like, if Magic Bullets is really good, better than the default color corrections editor on Vegas. But still, really good job, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely amazing sync from PGS, despite even him sending a comment. He even went into the comment sections to say, you know, he was really skeptical to upload this or send this in as the finale submission. And, you know, I told him to give him a try. And what do you know? He's going to be coming home with a Black Ops 3 gun sync pack. Good for him, dude. He's gonna really love that BO3 sync pack, I'm telling you. So now, coming in 4th place here, I have to say, this was a huge surprise that this guy ended up in such a high position, finishing 4th place with a total of 33.75 points, and the title of the top Vietnamese syncer on the market. As of right now, we got Star VN. Oh my god, this sync from the very beginning, I really love this sync from start to finish, to be completely honest with you. He ended up with the Overwatch. He also added in some variety when, you know, he was like on the video game arcade machine there. That was actually a really nice variety touch. I really liked that. And even though some of it was typed in Vietnamese, I couldn't understand it. But still, all in all, like just throughout this entire sync, I really enjoyed this sync from start to finish.
Well, I gotta say, it's well done. Love the variety in the sync. Many games were used, which I like. Some of the guns were apparent for the most part, and I can tell a lot of time was put into this one. Not much to say about this one, just keep it up, bro. And now you've just earned a sub from me.
Star VN is extremely underrated as well. I definitely have to agree with that. And now he's the top Vietnamese syncer. I could definitely say he's the top Vietnamese syncer now after what he has shown to us, dude. Like, he's willing to go above and beyond here. And personally, I might actually ask Star VN for a 1v1. I might be considering that in the future. So now, we're here with the cash prizes here. We're down to 3 syncers. We're down to our last 3 syncers. Oh my god, the intensity is high. So, oh yeah, insert intensity meme. So here we go, finishing in 3rd place with a total of 34.08 points here. Magnificent quality. And I have to say, I jaw dropped when I saw this thing come up on my feed. It was just absolutely fucking amazing. Like the work, the CC, just everything. Like LP Bros has just been on point throughout this entire competition. Unfortunately, he's not going to get the win here, but he's still going to come home with some cash. What do you have to say for this thing, PBG?
Amazing song choices. Love the sync. Accuracy was absolutely flawless as always. Gun choices are on point. The energy of the sync was at 100%. Like every minute of it. If I had to point out something else, not a flaw in the sync at all. Just notice I used the same pack for the entry submission as well. It would have been better if you found another gun sync pack for the finale, but
I mean, personally,
that's the only reason why the variety was, for me, a little lower.
I mean, personally, it didn't really take off points in my eyes, just because like some people may. Yes, it's true that other people should try to explore other gun sync packs and stuff, but I really feel like how he presented that sync was very good. Like it's a matter of how you represent it, you know, how you show it, and that's definitely.
True, yeah.
And that's definitely the big thing with LP Bros here. So now we are down to our last 2 sinkers. We are down to Nerdblocks and Torbsy here. So before, just like last year, before we say who the official winner of the Kings of Sync competition here, Kings of Sync competition is, we're going to go through each one of these 2 syncs here, and we're going to give our solid review on both of these syncs. So starting out with exclusively Nerdblocks' sync here. Very amazing. Very amazing. That sounds legit. An absolutely fucking awesome Overwatch sync from Nerdblocks here. I just love this sync from start to finish, dude. Like, I have to say, like, dude, the heartbeat, like, literally the theme was really presented well in this sync. I really love this theme that he put on there, and I just love what he had to show for it, too. Like, the nice CC, very nice over-edit. Like, I enjoyed this. Like, I really love this sync, dude. It was just fucking amazing. What do you have to say, PBG?
What can I say about this sync? The fact that I may have skipped a heartbeat due to this thing.
God, you're so fucking bad with puns. Get the hell out of here. Fuck's sake.
But seriously though, absolutely amazing. Visuals were epic, the effects really fit the beats. Just an absolutely flawless sync as a whole. I honestly cannot find a flaw if I could, and believe me, I've tried. Sync is well deserved for its place. Props, nerdy.
Yeah, good job to Nerdblocks. And just overall, this sync, like the over edits is just fantastic. Just everything about this sync is just fucking amazing. Like, it's definitely, and you definitely see the sign of improvement from his last sync. You definitely can see that. Like, it's evident this sync was improved from the last one. So very good job from Nerdblocks. Huge plays. Now going over to Torbsy's side. When I saw this sync in my goddamn sub box, when I saw this sync, my jaw really dropped. I had no words to what I just fucking watched, you know? I believe that by watching that gun sync, a new type of gun sync has been born. A new type has just been created. The creativity is just astronomically amazing. I had basically no words for it. I came up with a kind of like a name for this type of sync now because it's the first of its kind, and I figured like, okay, what if I call it like the yin yang sync? You know how like it does the black and white stuff? You know how like the black then goes into the white and the white goes into the black?
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
That's kind of what I wanted to call it, just because of how fucking amazing this was, and just the creativity is just amazing. Like, you'd be surprised, you could just create something that may not have, like, visually it may not look as, you know, like, very detailed and stuff, but, like, sometimes the simplest things like that could come very far. And I love the intro with the German efficiency stuff. That was really cool as well. What do you have to say, TVG?
I too have no words for this, man. Sync was something I've never seen before in all my years of syncing. This guy took it to the next level. The black and white in the sync was fucking amazing. Visuals were amazing. By far my favorite sync from Topsy. Song was amazing, and I can tell a lot of time and effort was put into this. Holy shit,
yeah,
I can't even, bro.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Both of these syncers by themselves spent about 30 plus hours creating this sync, and I can see why they're both at this top 2 position here. But now, without further ado, your official winner. Are you guys ready? I don't think. Hold on. Before I even say this, I don't think you guys are fucking ready for this. I'm not sure. We need to fucking build up the hype. We need some hype music. We need to get this going. Here we go. So your official, the title of the 2016 Kings of Sing competition goes to Torbzy. Torbzy is your official winner of the Kings of Sing competition, finishing off with a solid 38.5 points. And by the way, a perfect average score in this scenario is a 40 point average score. But I have to say, oh my god, Torbzy's sync is superior in this situation just because the creativity is just beyond reckoning. I could not have imagined a sync with such a fucking amazing creativity. But Nerdbox finishing off second place with 35.83 points. And I have to say, both of these guys wanted to kick each other's asses, and there you go. That's the way to do it. Just an absolutely amazing showing from this year's competition, dude. And TVG, you got any more final words for these two guys?
Absolutely well done. Very well deserved.
I gotta give him a round of applause. You don't do it fast, you do it slow. You know, like a golf clap type of thing, like.
Oh. Yeah.
Close enough. Okay, so anyways, thank you guys for all the people who submitted to the competition. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that participated in this year's competition. That includes all the judges, that includes all the people that donated for the prize pool money and the gun sync packs and everything. I just wanted to thank all of you guys, the competitors, the judges, just everybody. This was an amazing competition this year. And by the way, I also wanted to say this. Thank you to you guys for 2,000 subscribers on Kings of Sinks. Like, we are going to have a 2K special getting uploaded soon, and it's just going to be an absolutely amazing time. We're going to, select a candidate to be our 2,000 sub special in the near future. And thank you to all the people who competed, and thank you to everybody who made this competition happen. We will be back for Season 3, gentlemen. So, in about a year from now, we will be back for some more. And by the way, if you guys want to see a winter competition, let me know. We might orchestrate a winter comp or something like that. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Be sure to smack that like button. And TVG, is anything else you want to say before we fucking close this bitch out?
Hype for Season 3, yeah.